Welcome to Mike's Man Cave, and today I will show you how to make beef jerky. So what you will need is obviously some beef. In this case I've used silver side, what we call silver side. It has not been marinated or anything has been done to it. It is straight off the cow as it came. Now the spices I like using, I've got some chili flakes, I have some pink Himalayan salt, I've got paprika, I've got chili powder, garlic powder, onion powder and coriander. I've also got a wooden chopping board here and a nice and sharp knife and some stainless steel bowls that I'll be using to make two different batches, because I'm making two different flavours today. I'm making one chili one and one plain. So let's get started. Okay, these are nice strips of beef. The butcher has cut these for me already. They're about 2.5 centimetres thick across here, and the grain goes across, so it makes it easier once the jerky's been made for you to eat it. It won't be really tough and chewy, it'll be nice and easy to eat. Okay, so this is how I get my butcher to cut these for me. And my local butcher sells this meat for $13 a kilo, which I think is not too bad. So let's get going. We'll cut this up into slices or bite-sized pieces. Now I've cut most of the meat into chunks like that. What we'll have to do now, and you can add whatever flavour you like, you need plenty of salt, and you need more salt than you think you might need. Okay, and you need to mix that up as well. And this is the traditional flavour that I'm making. Then you need coriander powder, and again you probably need more than what you think you need. We'll add some onion powder. You can't go wrong with onion powder in jerky. And we'll add some garlic powder. And probably a little bit more salt. Now it's time to mix it all up. Okay, try and get it mixed up fairly evenly. And try and get a fairly even cover on all the meat. You might find once you have mixed the meat that you have to add some more spices or salt, and that's up to you. Okay, it really depends on how strong a flavour you like on your meat, on your finished product. Just keep in mind that you probably need a little bit more salt and a little bit more spices than what you think. But once you've made a few batches of jerky, you'll pretty much work out what your personal preference is. Okay, now here's your meat ready to be dehydrated, nicely flavoured. Here's our second batch of beef jerky that we're going to make, and this one's going to be chili or spicy. So if you don't like spicy, well, you can make up your own recipes, just add whatever you want. Some people like making honey soy beef jerky or barbecue beef jerky, so you can add barbecue spice, or you can add soya sauce and fish sauce or whatever you like. I try and stay away from soy, and that's just a personal preference of mine. So let's add some stuff to this. Okay, we'll start off with plenty of salt. Okay, you need salt on your jerky or it will not taste like anything. Okay, chili flakes. We're adding some chili flakes. Okay, I'm adding a little bit of chili powder. Now this chili powder is very, very spicy. So you don't want to go overboard if you don't want it too hot to eat. Okay, again, depends on your personal preference. Okay, and this is paprika. And again, paprika is fairly spicy, so this will be quite a spicy batch of jerky, but I don't mind a bit of chilli. And I also like to add a little bit of onion powder. Now let's mix it all up. Okay, well here it is. You've got all your chili beef jerky ready to go and be dehydrated. Now this is what I use to dehydrate my meat and actually make the jerky. It's a Sunbeam dehydrator, and these are reasonably priced at most department stores. I've had this one for probably about 6 or 7 years and it's still going. They're a bit of a pain to clean. They've got different layers that you place whatever you're dehydrating on, and these are a bit of a pain to clean once you're finished. But at the end of the day, you're saving yourself a lot of money making your own beef jerky, and best of all, making your own beef jerky, you know what's in it. So let's get started. Now I have spread the meat out evenly with a little bit of airspace in between on all 5 trays. So I've filled all those trays up now with our sliced and flavoured meat. Now I like placing it near an open window. This window's open and it's just our kitchen window. So now we place the dehydrator motor on top of the unit, and this is what it looks like. And now we turn on the power. And what it does, this unit now circulates warm, dry air through all the trays, slowly but surely dehydrating your meat. The time frame it takes to dehydrate your meat entirely depends on how dry you like your jerky. Some people like it more moist or more wet, whereas others prefer it really dry. I'm a sort of in-between person. I still like to have some moisture in my jerky, otherwise to me it tastes like eating cardboard. So let's walk away and let the dehydrator do the dehydrating. We'll check back in a couple of hours and see how it's going. It has now been about 2.5 hours, and let's take a look. Let's turn this off. And let's take a look and see what our meat looks like. It won't be ready yet, but let's just have a look and get some progress. Okay, it's starting to look like beef jerky. For my liking, it's still way too soft, but some people are quite happy to just have it like that. And there's more chili. And there's our plain one. Okay, these are quite chunky pieces, and I prefer them a little bit more dehydrated than what they are. So let's put the lid back on. Okay, now I'll be running it on the low setting, number 1. I did start it off on number 3, which does have a lot more airflow, and it's also a lot hotter. So I'll just put it back on 1, and I'll be leaving that for a little while longer. So it's been about 2.5 hours now, so we'll come back a little bit later and check on the progress. It's now been about 6 hours, so I've turned it off just so we don't have the noise in the background. And let's have a look at our beef jerky. Here we go. That's the plain one. There's another plain one. There's the chili one. You can see the chili flakes on it. So all I do now is I'll get the beef jerky and I'll put it in some containers for storage, and it's ready to eat. there you go. We've ended up with 3 containers full of beef jerky. We have 1 container of chili jerky and 2 of plain jerky. If you've got any questions relating to this, please leave a comment down below. I'll reply to all comments. If you found this video useful, please give us a thumbs up, and thanks for watching.